Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Happy Friday. I hope that you are well. Can you hear me and see me okay? Hi, Jessica. Good to see you. Hope that you are all well. How has your week been? Okay, great. You can hear me and see me okay. Fabulous. Fabulous. It is quite the experience being in a new place for every live and having to find a little corner to doodle in. Brooklyn, yes, we are in Brooklyn. Hi Evelina, good to see you. Yes, we are in Brooklyn at the moment and it is lovely. We're in a lovely part of Brooklyn. I forget the name, something Slopes, Park Slopes I think is the area of Brooklyn that we are in. And I was going to do this live session outside because we are on the top floor of a brownstone and we have access to the roof, and I was going to do it there. But today is a super hot day. Also, there's a lot of traffic noise and construction noise. So I thought, well, that wouldn't be very amenable to the calm, zen, relaxing session that we like to have with our doodles. So so now I'm sitting in the corner of the bedroom because it's the only part of the apartment that I could squeeze myself into. How are you all doing? How has your week been? What have you been up to? And perhaps what has been the highlight of your week? I would love to hear. My highlight of the week, it's telling me my internet connection is not so good. Please let me know if there's any issues. It's, using different kinds of internet connection all the time is also a bit of a risk. Okay, Jessica, it seems good. Thank you. Hi, Jenny. Good to see you. Hope all is well down south. Yay. Glad to have you here. I'm glad to have all of you here. Jessica, your best part of your week was taking off after work one day to the beach. Amazing. Yay. That sounds like a perfect thing to do. A perfect highlight for the week. Which beach did you go to, Jessica? If I reflect on the highlight of my week, I would have to say it was, the one that stands out is we went to watch a show in Manhattan. We went to the Stephen Colbert show, and that was amazing. It was a real experience. So yeah, that would be the highlight of my week so far, I think. So let me know if anybody else wants to share what the highlight of your week has been as we start to settle into our doodling session. If you are new here, whether you're watching the live or the recording, we do these doodling sessions as a grounding practice, as a mindfulness practice, as a centering practice, and as a creative practice. It is a form of active meditation. It is a form of creative meditation. So it connects mind and body because we're being present. It brings us into the present moment. And then we also get to flex our creativity muscles, even if you don't consider yourself a creative or if you don't identify with the label of artist. That doesn't matter because it's not about the aesthetic, it's not about the outcome, it is about the process. It is the act of doing the thing. That's where you get the benefit. So let go of any judgments, let go of any preconceived ideas about what the outcome is going to be and whether or not you'll be able to do it. That doesn't matter. I promise you, you can do it. And it is about just giving yourself the gift of presence. So, yes. Okay, one near Cape Cod. Cape Cod sounds so like such a well-known area. I haven't been yet, but that sounds divine. Yay! Jessica, what a time to be at his show. Yes, absolutely. We felt very, we were determined to go and do that while we could. Yes, Evelina, doing great, but bombarded with ants. Oh my goodness, setting out traps. Okay, so ants, I guess, is a sign of summertime. All the little critters are out and about. Talking of critters, we are cat sitting two little No, two big critters, two big floofy cats, and they get the zoomies at 3 o'clock in the morning every morning. And so I'm learning to implement my best Zen energy at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm in a semi-sleepy state. So that's fun. Yes. So if you are here to do some doodling, yes, Jenny, definitely the joys of cats. And then, of course, they're all sleeping now. They're all chilling now. They're like passed out because it's been a busy night. So after this session, I will be going and entertaining them to keep them awake so that we can try and keep them to get to sleep at the night. So yeah, that's been fun. So excuse me if I do look and like sound a little bit tired. It's because I am. So let us bring ourselves into the present moment. If you don't already have your drawing implements, you can go ahead and get them, whether you are drawing digitally or analogously. I don't know what the adjective is for analog. Yes, so go and grab those. Jessica, yeah, no wonder the owners need a month away. Absolutely. And hi, Zembira, yeah, there is no controlling cats at all. They do not listen, although I'm determined. They can be trained, I believe. You know, we as with anything in life, we teach people how to treat us. And I believe that's the same for cats. So I am setting an intention that I'm going to, and I started last night, I'm like, boundaries. We need boundaries. So yeah, we'll see if that works. Hi Mindy, good to see you here. Just rolling out of bed yourself, okay. Yeah, so we're all a little bit sleepy this morning. Fantastic. All right, so if you've got all of your drawing implements, yeah, thank you, Zambira. I'm going to need it for sure. Yes. Oh, Mende, you're relieved that the construction is finally over. Fantastic, and you can sleep now. Doesn't it just emphasize how important sleep is? You know, that it affects, when you don't get a good night's sleep, like a solid night's sleep, it affects everything. And I do remember back in the days when I was working for myself, and I would attend a lot of these women networks. And I remember in particular one very successful, I couldn't dispute it, she was a very successful businesswoman, but she was basically espousing the benefits of not sleeping and about hustling and about just being on all the go and sleeping as little as possible so that you have more time to do the things. And I remember thinking, yeah, I don't know if that actually resonates with me, and yeah, it's never going to work. Thank goodness those days are behind me. And yeah, we need to look after all aspects of the self. All aspects. We can't favor one over the other. It's about balance. It's about bringing everything into homeostasis. Our literal body is all about homeostasis. When something is out of balance, the whole system feels it. So yeah, if you are working for yourself and you feel like you need a nap, go and take that nap. Yep, so important. Yep, especially when healing. Absolutely, it's so key. Yes, she was a high energy person, Zimbara. She was very much a high energy person. Like I said, very, very successful. But yeah, I guess it also comes down to know thyself, know what works for you. And when we seek out advice, inspiration, motivation, or insight from anybody else, we've got to take what resonates and leave the rest. Like, yeah, okay, that's good to hear. I'm glad it works for you, but I know myself, and I can try it. I can experiment, as we do with these drawings. We can experiment and see what works and what doesn't work, and ultimately adjust it for our setting, you know? So, yeah. I've never heard anyone say that's a good thing. Yeah, I was very surprised. Exactly, Jessica. Very successful, but at what cost, for sure. And we all, Zanvira, we all have a very different measure of what success looks like. Indeed, indeed. I mean, absolutely. Isn't that just exactly the point? Yay, I'm glad that we're all on similar pages here, and we wouldn't be here together if we weren't. So thank you so much for being here, as always. I look forward to these sessions. Yesterday, I didn't get to do my illustration session. Jessica, I saw a pop-up come up before I went live. No, I didn't get to do my live illustration session yesterday because we were out in the city. So unfortunately, I will have to do a catch-up there. But here we are in this moment on this Friday for our doodling session. So hurrah, hurrah for being here. Oh, okay, and that is the card that has jumped out for us today. Daydreaming. This is the card, daydreaming. Love that. I made time to daydream and live in a wonderland of my own creation. I use these interludes as a means to energize me and reconnect me to the bigger picture of what I am doing. How awesome is that? I think that is so pertinent to these doodling sessions because it's an opportunity for our brain to relax, release, let go, and to wonder, to daydream. While our hands are busy, while our body is doing something, our brains can kind of just go into automatic and allow that daydreaming. As it says, I make time to daydream and live in a wonderland of my own creation. I use these interludes as a means to energize me and reconnect me to the bigger picture of what I am doing. So there we go. Yes. Mende. Isn't that just beautiful? Love that. So yay for daydreaming. So that is our card, our reminder for the day, our extra little reminder from the universe. And now, before we get into our doodling session, let's just take a moment to become present. So if you want to close your eyes, you don't have to if you don't want to. And let's take 3 deep breaths in and out, a cycle of 3. And when you inhale, feel the air going to the very bottom of your lungs, pushing out your stomach, pushing out to the left and to the right, pushing out to the front and to the back. So a full 3D in-breath. And on the exhalation, push from the bottom of your stomach. Engage your abdominal muscles and allow that to help you push the air out until there's nothing left. And then begin the cycle again. So we're going to do that 3 times. So inhale. Big, big, big inhale. And exhale through the mouth. Pushing out from the stomach. Using your abs. Empty it all the way out. And in. Inflate your entire body. And out. Pushing from the bottom. And last time, inhale. Your entire torso is filled to capacity. And exhale, pushing from the bottom. And that's just to let our body know that we are changing gears. We're coming into a session of relaxation, mindfulness, calm, peace, creativity. That there is no urgency, there is no demands. The only thing we need to do is be here. Be here in this moment, be present, be mindful. Okay, so if you've got your utensils, I need to make sure, I want to see quickly if my wheel is going to show up. No, it's not. Okay, I will have to do it on the screen. So let's head on over to our pages. Here we go. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. I'll bring that down a little bit. Alrighty. So today is one of our alphabet series days. So choosing your pen or pencil. I think I'm going to do mine in a green today. Choosing your pen or pencil, and on your, whether you're doing it digitally or on paper or in a journal. Today I believe is the letter L. So if you are new here, we use this alphabet series as a prompt to focus our minds while we are doodling. And the L in the series represents things that we are grateful for, things that we are aware of, become aware of, things that we are reflecting on, or intentions that we are setting, things that we may want to journal about or research or have a conversation about, anything that starts with L. So keep that in the top of your mind as we go ahead and draw the shape of our L. You can draw this however you want, uppercase or lowercase, completely up to you, just as long as there's enough space for us to doodle the interior. Life, yes. Love that, Mende. That is an amazing one from the get-go. I love that. I'm going to write that one down. And we can borrow each other's words as they come up. Feel free to share them if you'd like to. Feel free to incorporate your words into your doodle. I'm finding that is a very, it's a lovely process of just incorporating it into the doodle. So what we're going to be doing, as you know, if you've been here before, is we have a wheel where we let the wheel decide how many doodles we're going to be doing and how many, and what the actual doodles are. As a reference, I have a resource of 50 different doodle patterns that you can download and get for free. Details are in my teacher profile on Insight Timer or below this video, and that's the sheet that we are going to be working from, but I will be showing you the designs on the screen while we are here. So first of all, let us see how many different doodle designs we're going to do today. 5. Okay, so our first step is to divide our L into 5 different sections, however you choose. My doodle on screen is literally just for demonstration purposes. You don't have to copy exactly. This is your doodling session. Mende, letting go. Yes. Oh my goodness, that's a good one. Yes. Jessica, letters, alphabet. Yes. And pen pals, yes. Right. Oh gosh, when last did you write a letter to a pen pal? I have to say, I can't remember. I think I wrote a postcard to my parents 3 years ago-ish. Zenvira, lion and lioness. Yes, embodying that energy. I love that. Yes, own it. That's like a very empowering image there. I love that. Awesome. Okay, so dividing your L however you want to into 5 different sections. Doesn't matter how you do it. Can you see that okay? Let me see if I can zoom in a smidge more. Hopefully that's okay. All right, and then we're going to see which of our doodle patterns we're going to be doodling today. So I'm going to spin for all 5 of the doodles today, and I will write them down so that you have them as a reference if you already have the doodle sheet, reference sheet. That means you can go at your own speed. You don't have to wait for me. Hey Ozzy, good to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Hurrah. So glad that you're able to join us. So let's get our first one. Okay, So 25. You can write these down as well for yourself if you have the reference sheet. If not, then you can just follow along. And there is no pressure to complete the doodle in the allotted time that we have on this live session. I will aim to at least show you how to get started with each of the doodle designs so that you can continue them in your own time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all our doodle patterns. And then to show you what they actually look like, we are going to need to find my album. As you look at all of my photos, there we go. Okay, so here's our albums. So let's slide this over. So I'll just give you a brief demo of what they look like so that you've got an idea and you can find them on your own sheet if you want to. So number 25, that's our 25 one. I wonder if I can't, I'm going to try. Hurrah. Okay, so 25. Look at that, I'm learning on the go. 46. 46. Did that go? No, it did not. Try and get that straight. 32. Okay. 9. 'And the last one, 13. And the more we do this, the more familiar we become with we become with the doodles. Come on, let's do it. You can do it. Come on. I think it thinks this is a letter. Or a... Let's do it. Why would you not do that one? Come on. Okay, well, that's number 13. Why are you not doing that? Okay, there we go. Hurrah, we got there in the end. Patience pays off. Okay, so number 13. I'll enlarge them as we are going so that you can see them. They are each on their own layer. So let me go back to my drawing layer, and I'm going to start in the order that we had them. So number 25. I'll just make it bigger so that you've got it. And I will put it to the top. Now Procreate has made it pixelate a little bit, but that's okay, you get the idea. Okay, does that help? I hope that helps you. Joy, hi. Yes, learn. Oh, and we have a visitor. No, he is currently, I don't know if you can see that. There he is. You're on the camera now. All right, everybody, this is Noah. He's very curious. Oh, about my camera. Okay, Noah, there you go. Be a good boy. All right. Yes. Everybody's saying hello to you just so that you know. Okay. All right, let me put that back on. Please don't knock my camera. Oh my goodness, he's the one that gets the zoomies in the night. Right, so let's go ahead and start our doodling. Yes. All right, and feel free to share any L words that come up for you. So, and remembering as you draw to notice your breath. Oh, sorry. I just bumped that all off. Okay. Cats. Yes, cats be like what you're looking at. Yeah, why not at me? Absolutely, that's exactly the look that I was getting. And then when you're not looking at him, then he's fine, I'm going to bump your camera. So yeah, typical cat. Gotta love them. They are just the sweetest. They do bring a whole energy. And I must say, I do miss the cat cafe that I volunteer at back in DC. So it's nice to have their company. So remembering to breathe as you draw. Remember how good it feels to take the breath all the way down, filling your entire torso. Noticing how your body feels. And while we are noticing that, let's do our check-in. We didn't do our check-in. How are you on a scale of 1 to 10? With 1 being awful and 10 being awesome, while we are at the start of our drawing session. Deb, hi. Where can you get the template with all the doodle options? If you go to my teacher profile, you'll find links. So it's a Linktree link and you'll find the option there. Very obvious. Yeah. So Elvira, how many cats are at the cat cafe? There are usually about 25 at any given time. Yeah, so it's a lovely, it's called Crumbs and Whiskers in Georgetown, DC on M Street. And I volunteer there once a week. And yeah, they usually got 25 cats at any given time. And they come from all over. In fact, they come from all over the world. They cats from Ukraine, cats from Thailand, cats from, yeah, all over. As well as all over the US as well. And it's run by an animal rescue place, Homeward Bound, I think they're called. I might be wrong. I think so. Yes, Jessica. There's also Crumbs and Whiskers in LA. Yes. Yes, it's the same company, the same owners. Yeah. Jessica, this weekend in my class, I'll be making a collage illustration of a bird in Procreate. I'll let you know how that goes. I'm excited to try. Amazing! Yay! I have been a little, slack with my illustration. I did finish the illustration from 2 weeks ago. I finished that this week, and I need to work on last week's one. I'll show you at the end of this doodle session if you're interested. Yeah, I like drawing cats. Jessica, you're 7. Okay, so yeah, sorry, I got distracted there. Where are you at? Give yourself a rating. Where are you right now? I think I'm 7.5, 7.5. That's where I'm at. 7.5. Yes, Elvira, it is awesome. For some reason, I don't see it there. Oh, it's I'll have to check that. It should be there. There's a link for you to click to go and get it, Deb. It is on another platform, a free platform. Yeah, but you'll be able to access that. Jenny, you're a 6. Awesome. Mende, you're a 7.5. Okay, just like me. Hey, the Purple Forest, you're a 4. Okay. And Melanie, you're a 3. Well, welcome. Then you're in the right place, because this session is intended with our presence and with our intention, with our focus, and with our creative practice. It is intended to elevate that number. If it doesn't, that's okay. That's just where you are. There's a lot of acceptance in this practice as well, because, as I mentioned at the beginning, is that we don't have to consider ourselves artists. We do not have to identify with that as being a creative. The invitation is to accept where we are creatively, where we are on our check-in right now. It's just acceptance. So much of our own strife comes from thinking that we need to be somewhere else, that we need to be better or further, or whatever judgment you want to put in that space holder. Mindfulness is about accepting. This is where we are right now, and that's okay. There's no judgment in it. So just allow yourself to unfold into the doodling. As Mende said, L stands for letting go. Let go just for this moment. Whatever is perhaps bothering you, mentally put it on a shelf. Still in sight. You're not ignoring it. You're just shelving it for now, so that you can focus on this, on the feeling of letting go, the practice of letting go. That is such a great L word to start with. Very, very needed. CJ, welcome. You're 6. Amazing. Zimbira, I have ice cream with watermelon and I'm drawing, so I'm going to say at least an 8. Ice cream and watermelon, that sounds like the most idyllic summer snack. Yes. Jessica, I used to get this drink at an ice cream place near me. It was a watermelon sherbet freeze. It was watermelon sherbet, seltzer, and milk. So refreshing in the summer. Oh my goodness. That does sound refreshing. Yesterday, my husband and I, and talk about like being mindful, the practice of mindful eating. How often do we just gobble down whatever fits into our pie hole without being mindful about tasting, savoring, noticing what it is that we are eating. And yesterday, my husband and I were in Manhattan. We went to Strand Bookstore because that's his favorite place to go. And afterwards, we went for lunch, and we are both vegan, so we use the Happy Cow app to find vegan places, and we found one literally just around the corner. And it was divine. The food was amazing. I had a sandwich. And on the side, when the plate came, I wasn't expecting there to be any kind of sides, but there was a side on the plate next to this very delicious, healthy sandwich. And I couldn't tell what vegetable or fruit it was. I couldn't tell if it was a fruit or a vegetable. It was raw in the shape of French fries, and it was the most wonderful experience to try something new at this age, well into my 40s, and to taste something new, a fruit or a vegetable that I'd never tasted before. And it was so refreshing, and it was raw, and it was kind of like a mixture between a potato and a melon. And I forget the name, Jamama or something. I had to ask the waitress. It was a South American or Central American root vegetable. And it was just so delightful, and such a practice of mindful eating. And just felt so apt. And yes, so we can be mindful with whatever activity we are doing, whether it's doodling or eating. Yes, thank you, Jessica. Exactly that. That is exactly what it was. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, it was like hikama or something. So good. Hikama. Yeah, hikama. I have never heard of it before, never tasted it before. It was amazing. So yes, CJ, L for lovely. And L for my lovely sister Laurie. Oh hurrah, whose birthday is just around the corner. Amazing, and happy birthday to your sister, CJ. Yay. Happy birthday to Laurie. Zenvira. Yes, your refreshing watermelon. So it's watermelon with black grapes and pomegranate seeds with a hint of lime juice. Ooh, lime. That's a good L word. And then a dollop of dairy-free vanilla ice cream. Never had this combo before, but now I'd recommend. Amazing. It does sound delicious. Yes. Love it. Hikama. Thank you, Jessica. That's perfect. Okay, so in all that chit-chat, I have finished number 25. I'm going to move on. I will keep this pattern. Oh gosh, I drew that on the wrong one. So I need to move this to a different layer. And now I'm having a brain freeze. It's not been that long since I've drawn, and now I'm having a little forgetful moment, a little senior moment. Yes, I should just leave it. The thing is, I want to make this smaller. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I will just have to delete this one. Hopefully you've all finished. Hopefully you have all finished. Let's see. Yes, it does. The first one. There we go. Okay, hopefully you've done 25 because it is now gone. And let's turn alpha lock off. There we go. Okay. Technology is good when you can remember how to use it. Zenvara, you heard something the other day about mindful eating, which has really stuck with me. It was about how all the food we eat has come to us through so many hands and how it's like a gift from the tribe. We are being nourished by the wider tribe. Absolutely. I've heard that before as well, and it's such a beautiful reminder. Absolutely. Yes. And to be grateful. Just be grateful that, you know, how it got into our plate in front of us. Cool. Ta-da! Okay, Zenvara, you haven't finished this one yet, but I know what I need to do. Yes, so there's the example. Great. Clipping mask and alpha lock, I've learned, but I still don't think I know. I actually wanted to cut it, and because I've turned off some settings to make it easier to draw these live sessions, I've forgotten the cut and paste function, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so number 46. That's this one. I'm going to make it bigger. Again, it has distorted. So there you go. All right, so we'll go, and let me be mindful about going onto the right layer. Okay, so with this one, it's been a long time since I did this doodle. So we're just going to start with like pebbly shapes, just filling pebbly shapes that follow the curves of the boundaries in its proximity. Mindfully drawing your lines, slowly and with intention. Breathe through the shapes and invite more L words. What are you grateful for? What are you intending? What are you exploring? Based on my conversation just now, lunch. Lunch with the husband. Something to be grateful for. And if you've got little gaps, you can fill them in too. Long walks. We've been doing a lot of long walks lately. Okay, and once you've got your pebbly shapes, then you can start to fill in the lines. And there's a little bit of a gap between, so decide where you're going to leave your gaps, your interior lines. Ooh, I just thought of one. Learning, I think one of you said that already. This week I completed my yoga teacher training test, written test, and I'm loving the learning. So following the lines round, take your time. Doesn't need to be perfect. That's essentially what we're doing. Thank you, Jessica, for the reminder. You're so right. Lights, yes. Yes. Beautiful lights. Electricity. In South Africa we say electricity. And of course loved ones. Thank you, Zenvira. Zenvira, listening, yes. Listening to music, listening to ourselves, listening to our intuition. Just the gift of being able to listen, gosh. Jessica, in ZA, I'm sure you're even more thankful when you have it due to the rolling blackouts. Absolutely. Yep. 100%. We definitely don't take electricity for granted over there. The simple things. Notice how your body's feeling. Do you feel as if your breathing has slowed down? Has your mind slowed down? Has your heart rate slowed down? Deb, Jessica, do you have to join Substack to get? That is what keeps popping up for me. Yes, you do. If you're not if you don't have an account, you will be asked to sign up. And I feel like I say this every session, that I must create an option where you don't have to do that. The beauty of signing up is then you can, if you want to, share your doodles. Hi Dolly, good to see you. Welcome, 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 welcome. If you're new here, we are doodling the letter L today, and we are thinking of words that start with L that we're grateful for, things that we're grateful for, things that we are intending, things that are in our awareness, things that perhaps we feel called to journal about or reflect on or research. And generally just being mindful and present in this moment. You're welcome. Please do doodle along if you feel called to, or stay for the chit chat, the music, the energy, the vibe we're all bringing here together in this moment, creating this experience together. Allowing ourselves to be present. Noticing sensations as we doodle. Allowing a sense of calm, even if it's just temporary, to accompany us. Jenny, you need to go and meet a friend. Awesome. Looking forward to finishing this evening with 4 cats, probably eager to assist. I love that. Well, enjoy your evening, Jenny, with your friend. So delightful. And yeah, enjoy your doodling with your cats later. So glad that you were able to join. Joy, L for loosen my grip on pen. Yes. Oh, yes. That is such a sign of what we can release, tension in the body that we can release, an indication that you're perhaps holding on to something too tightly. That is such a great one, Joy. Loosen your grip on your pen. Zembira laughing, oh my goodness, yes. What a tonic laughing is. Natural medicine. Love that. That we get to laugh. Okay. If you feel called to, once you have filled in all your little pebbly shapes, you can then go ahead and fill in if you want to. The choice is up to you, but you could color in all the gaps in between the pebble shapes if you wanted to. I'm going to leave that as is for now and move on to the next doodle, and I'll decide if I'm going to do that after the fact. Okay, so we can turn off number 46. We've done that, and now we'll go to this one. Nope, we'll go to this one. This is number 32. There you go. So for this one, I'm gonna do like we're cutting a pizza. And then for each of the slices, it's curvy lines. Lines that follow each other with a bit of a curve, giving it that convex appearance. I want to write down that laughing one. That's a good one. We allow ourselves to laugh and release all those good hormones. Ooh, Libby. I don't know. That has been an absolute gift. Libby, the app that allows you to take out library books for Kindle. I love my Libby. I've never read so much in all my life since moving to the US and discovering the Libby app. Very grateful for that. Yes, library. Oh, Jessica, I didn't even see you say that. That's so funny, we were so on the same vibe. I love that. Jessica, you're going to say loved ones and Leo energy for my dad, whose birthday is today. Yay, happy birthday. I have a friend whose birthday is today. I have a friend whose birthday it was yesterday, and my husband's birthday is next week. So lots of Leo energy, yes. Teresa, hi. I started Zentangle after tuning into your doodle sessions. Yay! Being great while camping, including with others. Can still engage, yes. Plus, I'm finally embracing some artisty tendencies that I have been resistant, but all of a sudden excited about since being introduced to Zentangling and doodling. Appreciate your shares and guidance. You are so welcome. I'm so glad. Yeah, and oftentimes, and it's another great L word, is just that first line. You're just going to take that first line to get you going. Whether it's doodling, Zentangling, or illustrating, I have learned in my own journey and experience that it all just comes down to just start with a line. And then yeah, something happens where that controlling part of your brain realizes it doesn't need to actually control. You can just create for the joy of creating. And that there is the gift. Dolly, this is such a wonderful space. Yay, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. How lovely to have found you all today. Fantastic. I'm going to follow you so that I get to express this again. I'm so glad, Dolly. Thank you so much for joining and for sharing that as well. Yeah, we're all here sharing our energy with each other. I honestly look so forward to these sessions. And I did mention last week about introducing more sessions, and I believe it will be once I'm back home in DC, in all likelihood. Currently it's just this Friday session here on Insight Timer. But I do feel called to do more. I feel like fall is going to be a very significant creative season. Oh, I like it all coming in now. Yes, Libby is a lifesaver. Libraries, yes. Love the libraries here. Do you have your follow card, Abigail? I do, Jessica. Seriously, I should. There you go. There's my follow card, and we do have our next. Oh, I don't have it up, but I have already, I believe, created the event for next week, so it should be there. Thank you. Thank you for the prompt, Jessica. Zembira, Lego. I do not know when the last time I played with Lego is. We were in the Upper West Side last week, and the apartment we were staying in had a lot of Lego, like Lego flowers and Lego plants, and it was so delightful. I did not know that Lego had evolved to become like interior decor. Amazing what they've done. So yes, appreciation for Lego. Lattes, yes, Jessica, lattes. I have been, my husband and I have been big latte drinkers for years and years and years, and in the last 2 weeks we've given up coffee. So we're on like a coffee hiatus, and probably a coffee lifestyle change. I do like my lattes though, and I'm looking for an alternative to a latte. In South Africa we have rooibos lattes, rooibos tea lattes. I haven't seen them here though, but that would be a lovely alternative. Do you get rooibos lattes here? Do you know about rooibos lattes? I must look and see if anyone does rooibos lattes. Because that's definitely something to appreciate. Rooibos tea, yes. It's rooibos tea but in a latte form. They do the foam and all of that. And then it goes through an espresso machine. So it's much richer than just the rooibos tea bags. Let's see, I'm behind. Lorna, yes, letting go, such a good one. Let go of perfection, let go of controlling, let go of grudges, let go of your pen. We had that earlier. Yes, this is a great reminder to let go. Jessica, yes to lazy Sundays. Oh my goodness. I was just saying yesterday, because the sleep, lack of sleep, I was saying to my husband, we need to allow ourselves to have midday naps. We're just not, we don't tend to permit, or we just don't do midday naps. Yesterday I made an exception though. So yes, I'm going to try and then yeah, lazy Sundays. Wow, are you doing anything in place of coffee? Yeah, we just a lot of water and tea. I've gone back to my British roots and drinking tea, nice Tetley's tea, but I am looking for something else. Zenvira. Let me see. I've gone. Zenvira, yes, I've got an adult Lego plant box tortoise. You can get art sets now. I would love to see that tortoise. Like an actual Lego tortoise. I would love to see that. Tortoise is my spirit animal. Jessica, like mushroom coffee. I haven't tried the mushroom coffee yet. I'm a bit hesitant, but it's got to be done. I did try matcha, and I didn't really like it. It wasn't really my thing. Yes, rooibos tea latte. Zenvira, have you ever seen Lego Masters? No, I have not. I haven't ever seen that. That would be amazing. Gosh. What channel is that on? Yes, rooibos tea. Jessica, I used to get them. The chat is going so quick. Let me move that. There we go. I used to get them at the old coffee shop that was at Barnes and Noble, but now it's S-Bucks, so it doesn't have it. Oh, I see. Okay, never seen a latte served, but you can get the tea here. Oh, I see. Okay, thanks, Mente. Yeah, it's a big thing in South Africa, rooibos lattes. Have rooibos tea, but never tried it as a latte. It's really lovely. It's so much richer. And then they put cinnamon and they serve it with honey. As a vegan, I wouldn't have the honey, but it is divine. Again, coming back to that like mindfulness, mindful eating, that you can like just savor the richness of the tea. It's beautiful. You love an afternoon nap, Zenvira. Love it. Jessica, I just did a quick search, look up tea bar. New York City looks like they have lots of rooibos. Okay, I'll have to have a look. And they're in Brooklyn. Okay, I'll have a look. Thanks, Jessica. Lavender. Oh, Zenvira, lavender. I love lavender. Lavender, lavender as a plant, lavender as a smell, lavender as a tea. Yes, I'm going to write that one down. Let's go to our next one. So we've done 32. And then I can write down lavender. Oh, I like this one. So this is our number 9. Our little mushroomy shaped. I want to put lavender in here. Lavender. Is it E-R or A-R? Yeah. Lavender, I love to smell it when I find it when out for walks. Me too. It's amazing. I never used to like it as a kid, but the older I've gotten, the more I love it. I want to grow lavender. I just don't know if I can grow it indoors. Jessica, I love matcha. You need to make it right or else it tastes like dirt. I have matcha every day. You do? Gosh. Yeah, the one I had, the first time I ever had matcha was down in San Francisco, or I don't know if that's down, across in San Francisco, and it tasted like grass. It tasted like I was chewing a lawn. And I didn't really like that. Matcha with lemon and vanilla is lovely. Okay, I will have to try it because we are here to experience new things. And as I said yesterday, I experienced a new fruit in the hakama fruit. And yeah, we can show ourselves that we can step out of our normal routines and our normal comfort zones, and we can try new things and experience new things, because that's how we learn. Zimbira, yes, an actual Lego tortoise. I would love to see that. It has lots of flowers coming out of its shell, and I connect with the tortoise. Please, can you send me a picture? I would love to see that. If you pop me a message, and then I can send my email address, or over on the platform where you get the download of the Doodle's designs. I would love if you were to just share that picture of tortoise. I love tortoises. I want to draw more tortoises. Maybe next week in our creative session we do a tortoise. How about that? Is anybody keen to do a tortoise shell? And we fill all the different shapes on a tortoise shell with doodles. I'm keen to do that. Let me know if that resonates with anybody. Yay! That makes me so happy. Thank you, Zimbira. Dolly, you need to go now. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here. Sending lots of love to you as well. Thank you. Jessica, lavender is so hard to grow, I found. Okay. I'm going to have to look that up and see what's possible. Lego Masters is on E4 in England. Okay. We just this week got BritBox. We cancelled our Paramount Plus and replaced it with BritBox. So I'm going to see if I can find that on BritBox. Which is in our Channel 4 player. Okay, we get the Australian version, which is particularly great, but there are versions in loads of countries now. There's a US one with, it might be on Fox maybe, I can't remember. Okay, so Lego Masters, I'm going to look that up. Let me just write that down, otherwise I am likely to forget. I really want to see your tortoise though. CJ, our front garden is full of lavender. Oh man. And the sweet bees and hover all season. That is the hum of that. And the sweet bees hum and hover all season. That is literally my vision. You know, when you visualize your future, you visualize your future environment, what it looks like, sounds like, smells like. Lavender all over the front garden, the bees buzzing, the sun shining, and the pine trees. So the mix of pine tree smell and lavender is my ultimate vision. Oh, I'm so envious. CJ, where do you live? Might have to come visit you in your lavender garden. Amazing. Mende, the tortoise sounds awesome. I have a Lego flower bouquet here. Yes, that's what I saw in the other apartment. It was beautiful. And it took me a while to realize it was Lego as well. My brother has done a ton of them. Cacti, that's so sweet. And such. And he has the 4-foot Eiffel Tower. Oh my goodness. That sounds so divine. My husband used to do Star Wars themed Lego. And so every Christmas we would buy him like a Star Wars-y themed thing. Yeah. That would be so fun to Zen Doodle a tortoise shell. Okay, cool. There's a lavender farm here. Mende, where is here? That I really want to go to. Just learned of it a few months ago. I'd love to go and visit a lavender farm back in South Africa, in Stellenbosch. I don't know if you know, I used to be a photographer, and I've done so many photo shoots in lavender fields. It's just so magical. I would love to find a lavender farm near me. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, just tortoiseshell. Okay, we're doing a tortoise next. Yay, joy! I love that little emoji. Oh man, I'm so excited. You've done, Zenvira, you've done that with a tortoise drawing and doodles before, and it worked out well. Okay, awesome, awesome. Oh, CJ, you're in Napa. Oh my goodness. Wow, we were in Napa summer last year. We visited Napa summer last year. So beautiful. We were talking about it yesterday. So lovely. A 4-foot Eiffel Tower, yes. Evelina, here in San Diego, I have Spanish lavender, a beautiful blossom. How is that bigger than, is the blossom of a Spanish lavender bigger than the English lavender? I think it is. Yes, wine country is good for lavender. Yeah, Stellenbosch being. Mende, you're in Chester County, Pennsylvania. Okay, not too far then. Okay. Ooh, I need to look that up then. I'm going to look that up, Chester County. We're having such conversations here. I'm just Doodle. Love it. Warwick Furnace Farm. I love that. My cousin used to make cheese there. Ooh. Okay, English French lavender smells amazing in the very early morning. Yeah. I'm going to look up the difference between Spanish and English/French lavender. Love it. Okay, I'm going to move on with number 9. So I always think these look like mushrooms, or I think Jessica, you once described them as fried eggs. So we create the initial shapes and they kind of overlap. And we can make it such that they go off the edge of the border as well. Okay, so when you've got your like eggy shapes, you can put a circle in the middle of each of them. They also look like poppy flowers to me. And how lovely to have conversations about lavender and tortoises and Libby, and love it. Okay, and once you've done your circles, you can do an outline following the edge of each of the, whatever you're calling it, a flower, a mushroom, a fried egg. Okay, and then once you've got all of those outlines done, then you just do these lines coming from the center and spreading out, and I leave a little gap in the line. Turn your page as you go round the circle. Keeping your hand in a comfortable position. There you go. And we're going to do that for everyone. Evelina, you have to leave. We'll look you up for the rest of our L creation. Yes, perfect. Do that. Thank you so much for joining, Evelina. So good to have you here. Thank you. Okay, continuing. I love how we learn from each other on these sessions, just in the whatever comes up, the conversation. It flavors our day. I'm excited about doodling a tortoise next week. In fact, I think going forward, because I did say that we would put the alternate weeks with our creative sessions, put it to a vote in terms of what we doodle, and that perhaps we allow these alphabet series to inform and inspire what we draw the next week, so that we decide together in a live session. I like that. Co-creating the experience. You can let me know. Would you like me to? I'm very happy to draw the foundational tortoise outline and make that available, or would you like to draw the tortoise yourself? So I can do an initial tortoise drawing, and then you can just doodle the shell during the session, or do you want to draw the whole tortoise? What would you prefer? Because I can prepare the tortoise drawing in advance. Love tortoises. Cool. Jessica, oh, I love to lollygag. That's a interest. It doesn't mean like chit chat, like just shooting the breeze. Is that what lollygag is? Just so I'm on the same page. Is it an American expression? Oh, okay. Waste time, dawdle, or be idle. Yes. Okay, lollygag. That is a new word. I'm going to have to write that one down. Let us aspire to lollygag more. Because it is the being, slowing down. I like that. You love that idea. You're open to either. The definition is underneath. Okay, it's an American expression. Got it. Like-minded people. Yes. Love that, Lorna. Yes. That is so cool. Yes. Love that connection.
line work. When I illustrate, I enjoy the line work. It's one of those things that is enjoyable, but it's also uncomfortable because it can be challenging, but a good kind of challenge. And it's good to challenge ourselves, to try new things, to take a chance. Taking a deep breath. Appreciating the slower pace. If you've got any gaps here that seem a bit too big, then you can make another flower. Okay. And then on to the last one. So we can close this one and then bring this one to the front. So that was number 9 and we're on to number 13. Jessica, laundry. Oh yes, laundry fresh out of the dryer on a cold day. Oh my goodness, yes. You know, where we are now in this apartment in Brooklyn, and there's a roof terrace, putting towels out on the line or on the clothes horse such that they are crunchy and warm and hard, like when you bring them in because they're so dry. I love that. It has been, because we don't have a outside area in our apartment, and it's one of those things that we did take for granted when we lived in South Africa. But yeah, that clean laundry feeling, that clean laundry smell, love it. Monday, my chat stopped working, so I am not seeing the comments of others now. I noticed the app did that to me while I was on a live session the other day. Just click like anywhere on the screen and it might come back. Whatever device you're looking on, like click somewhere on the screen. I experienced that this morning actually when I was on another live as a participant. So just tap anywhere. Okay, so I can see my comments in the chat, just not getting others' messages. Oh, that's weird. We did have a little lull, just so you know, that's the way these sessions go. We did have a little lull in the conversation, and that happens, so it might be that there just wasn't any conversation. Can you not see any of the history? That is weird. Maybe that's a glitch in the... Are you on your phone or on the browser? How are you watching? Sometimes if you go out and come back in again, then it sorts it out. Okay. Try that, Mende. Go out and come back in. I found I was watching on my phone and then I tapped elsewhere on the screen and the comments came back. Okay, so this final one, we do some wavy sections. Mende, on phone. Last message I see is when I told you about the lavender farm. Oh, okay, no, then there's been a lot of comments since then, yes. So there's clearly something odd. And you can't scroll. You can't, it's not like you can't scroll down. Yeah, there's been a lot of conversation since that comment. Strange. Maybe it's a glitch. Okay, so with this final pattern, we do the wavy lines, and then from here, decide where you want your floral patterns. Just start anywhere within that line. And then it also has this, you're gonna kind of edge, scallop the edge of the flower. And then a dot and a line in each petal. And then we carry on. Go with the next one. If it goes off the screen here, just make it up as if you can see the whole flower. And then we're going to repeat that. You can, if you want to, put some additional flowers in between. I'm going to choose not to, but you do what you feel like. And then in the space between, you will then do parallel lines. Scallop the ends. And start to acknowledge that you've given yourself the gift of presence this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, whatever time of day you happen to be watching this. And it is a gift. It may not feel to your logical brain that it was significant, but I promise you it was. If you allowed yourself to immerse yourself into the process, to be present, noticing sensations in your body, witnessing thoughts, searching for those L words. If you did any of those things, then you have given yourself a gift today. Your nervous system has had a taste of regulation. Because your actions indicate that it doesn't need to be alert, hyper-aware, on the go. It can relax. It can slow down. And when your nervous system has that opportunity, it shuts off. All those systems that keep you in fight or flight mode. Giving yourself a break from all of that hyper-awareness, overstimulation. You have allowed calm creativity, presence. And that is a gift. The more we do this, the more our nervous systems regulate. We've connected with each other in the chat. So we've ticked our social box today too, which is important. Okay. And then the last thing to do with this doodle is to fill in the space with parallel lines. Minda, you've got to go. Perfect. Chores to be done. Yes. You're so welcome. It's so good. I would love for you all, as we wrap up, just do a quick check-in and see where are you on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being awful, 10 being awesome. Where are you now? If you just tune in emotionally, physically, mentally. Where are you at? Are you the same? Higher, lower? Whatever it is, it's just checking the temperature. It is what it is. As if you are looking at the weather app. It's just interesting. There we go. So that is our last doodle for our letter L. We can tick that one. And I want to say a thank you to all of you for being here. Thank you so much. CJ, Sai, started session at 6, definitely up to an 8 now. Fantastic. This gentle practice is magical. Yay, CJ, I'm so glad. Jessica, you're a 9. Wonderful. Bon, hi, welcome. You enjoyed it. 9 and 13. Fantastic. Needed the break from hyper-awareness. You're so, so welcome from Costa Rica. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you've given yourself such a gift today. Yes, we need to unplug from that hyper-awareness for sure. Minde, maybe a little lower, feeling some anxiety creeping in about the rest of the day. That is understandable as your brain gets out of the present moment and gets back into that future anxiety-inducing, perhaps, future thoughts. But then come back and just doodle for 5 minutes if you find yourself getting too much into that space. Just take a 5-minute doodle and do that deep inhalation exercise. Just 3 deep, full body breaths. 3D breathing if you feel all of that sensation. If you need to just get back into the present moment. Catherine, from a 6 to an 8 in my short time here. That is so wonderful. I'm so glad. Wonderful. Jessica, yeah, take a deep breath, one thing at a time. Absolutely, great advice. Lorna, up from a 5 to a 7. Yay, I'm so glad. Love this session. You're so, so welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Seriously. And I see you're always so helpful on other lives as well. There is my card if you do want to follow. We do have we have a tortoise session coming up next week, Friday. That is our alternate creative session. I feel like I'm definitely up to like a 9.5 right now, and that is thanks to all of you. Thank you so much for being here, sharing your energy, sharing your L words, lifting the vibe, having great conversations about things that ground us, lavender and mindful eating and listening. Some great nuggets that came out of today's session. I hope you feel it too, and if you would like to come and join in the creative session next week, Friday, same time, same place, where we're going to be doodling a tortoise shell. Watch my profile, and I will do an outline of a tortoise, and then you can choose to use that or do your own in preparation for our session next week. But other than that, please do keep being mindful, do your breathing, do your doodling if you find the hyper-awareness getting too much, and I will see you again next week. Have a wonderful time and a lovely weekend and a wonderful week ahead. Thanks everyone. Bye.